I'm back on my shit. Y'all subscribe.
No, did they? It just
They just drop packages off and go. You said Rancho Cucamonga.
Okay. Anytime. Oh, you were going into Steady rocking all night long. We begin to rock.
Erica, what you got for sale?
Steady.
I got drip for sale. I got drip for sale. I got drip for sale.
So
I got drip for
I
sale.
open, I got to open
I got
the door to
drip
get
for
the
sale.
food right from my window.
I got drip for
So I
sale.
open the door, realizing Lord have mercy, I'm trying to get my food, and guess what? My titty's sitting on my lap.
Hey, bro.
Oh my God!
So you had to stay in the car.
Huh?
You had to stay in the car.
Girl, I'm in the car.
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Look, shut up, really. And I go like this, and I realize, hey, I'm trying to get my food, but Titty, I know she's looking at me, but Titty's just sitting there on my lap.
Ooh. Damn.
I said,
Wow. I can't deal with my
empty
cousins.
boxes. Empty boxes, bruh.
It was empty.
Huh,
It was-
somebody that I bring some food. I said, nah, it's empty boxes.
Oh. Wow.
This right here is so monumental. This right here is so monumental. This is the street where my family grew up once they moved away from Louisiana to Florida. You know, it's crazy how life molds you into the things that you need to be. And it's crazy to me. Like, I just sit back and I listen and I observe, but it's just so crazy to me how life is a blessing and people take it for granted. Like, you never know where you may end up, but you'll always be where you need to be. And to know that this was a street that it was a part of history for my family. And this is the house. And it's crazy. You know, it's remodeled and it's different now, but I know that's it because I seen pictures of it, you know, videotapes of it. And I was a baby in this house. And it's mind blowing, but it's just a part of my story. Yo, testing 1, 2. Yo, IAmBernay, Life with Bernay, Natural Queens, label, all of that. Yo, I'm just coming at y'all with discussions of the week. I feel like we need to have more discussions. And I've been doing this whole YouTube thing for a while now. I've been doing vlogs for a while. But I feel like we need to have more discussion-based videos out here. A lot of people, you know, I haven't really done my research on people who are actually talking about real life stuff, things that are actually going on in the world. But I feel like certain things need to be talked about. Like, the things that should be trending aren't trending because it's hidden, or enough people aren't trying to attain that knowledge given, you know? So I'm here for that specific reason. You got people who are killing people for no reason. You got people who are speaking up for themselves being murdered. You have fake love going around. You have not enough of people uniting. And I feel like that's a major issue in my opinion. If we were to actually come together, if we were actually able to come together and unite as one, do you know how powerful we could be? But because we choose to be jealous, because we choose to not seek understanding, do you know how that degrades you as a person? Like, just think about it. If we came together and unified as one, do you know how big of a voice that would be? Do you know, like, what you could actually do with that type of authority. Like, you could demand respect, but people are so accustomed to being disrespected that they think it's okay. They think it's okay to be disrespected, so therefore we have a lot of people who are disrespectful. And in my eyes, it's like, how do you want something, but you're never willing enough to give it? Like, you can't expect something from somebody that you aren't willing to dish out yourself. You can't expect somebody to give you respect when you straight up and down disrespectful all the way around the border. And in my opinion, it's like, that's one of the first things, is like, because people aren't being taught their values. People don't know what morals are these days. Granted, there are some people. It's like we're one generation away from going down. And it's like, what are we teaching our kids? I don't have kids. I'm just an auntie. But I'm saying, what are we teaching the younger generation about respect? What are we teaching the younger people about standing up for themselves? And it's like, so many people want to fight. So many people want to curse somebody out because they feel like, oh, I have to protect myself. Which is, of course, you have to protect yourself at all costs. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way, in my opinion. But that's just me. What do you think would happen if we chose to unify? What do you think would happen if we became leaders and setting a better example for the generation behind us? What do you think would happen if we unified together and said, you know what, I'm going to bring you with me because I went through that and I don't want you to have to go through that? What do you think would happen? But see, not enough people want to think because they're afraid of what could be. We also have what I call fake love going around like it's a disease. Now, I'm the type of person, love to me is a commitment, first of all. Love isn't just a word. Love isn't something that you just play around with. But love to me is a commitment. And when you decide to tell somebody that you love them, you're committing to show them for the rest of not only your life, but their life, that you're there for them. Now, you have so many people who are spreading this fake love that the depiction of real love is vague. Like, people are so cautious about wanting to show love to people because they feel as if, I don't want to be hurt again. Nah, I can't get close to you because I'm afraid of what you might do. Oh no, you know what? I like you, but I can't tell you I love you because you may hurt me. And it's like, why are we afraid of these things? Why are we afraid to tell one another that we love each other? It's because so much of fake love has been spread throughout the world. But what you have to realize is that love is never fake. What you have to realize is that we have a lot of fake people. Not necessarily fake people, but we have a lot of people who are confused. And with people being confused, they don't know what they want. And when you don't know what you want, guess what? You're going to drag everybody else who's around you. You're going to drag them along the way because you want them to figure it out for you. But what you have to realize is that can't nobody figure it out for you except you. Can't nobody live your life except you. And that's why you were put here, because guess what? You have a purpose in this world that only you can fulfill. But you're so concerned about what everybody else thinks that you forget about yourself. You forget about what makes you happy. You forget about loving yourself first. Because at the end of the day, if you can't love yourself, how can you expect other people to accept you for who you are? Now, that's all I'm going to say. Like, stop spreading fake love and learn to love yourself. Because when you love yourself first, you know what love is. Because it's genuine. It comes from your heart. And nobody can take that away from you. You heard? So let's talk about people killing people. I mean, this been going on for generations. So this ain't nothing new. But let's speak on it. Let's speak on people who standing up for the world and their community, and they're getting murdered. Now, in my opinion, killing people, that's something just is really not in me. I was never built like that, you know, because I can't hate a person. If you can hate a person, you can kill a person. And that's why I tell my friends all the time, like, we get so careless with our words and we say, oh, I hate this. And then I'll be telling them, I'm like, no, don't say you hate, because hate is a very strong word. Say you strongly dislike, because when you get hate, when you have hatred in your heart, that will cause you to do things that the normal or the average person wouldn't do. Now, in my opinion, when it comes to killing people, it's like, why? I feel like it's a soft move, because I don't care what a person do to you in this world. That does not mean that gives you the right to kill this person because they did you wrong, or, you know, they did your family, your friends wrong. Granted, justice should be served, but does that give you the right to serve that justice? I get it, you know, it's a respect thing. It's the principle behind the whole matter of the factor. And you know, there's levels to every level. But in my opinion, I believe there's grace. I believe everybody deserves a second chance, third chance, fourth chance. Because who are you to judge that person and say their life should be taken based on their actions? What if they had to go through that to change, but before they could change, you took their life? What if they were going through something so deep and so personal that they needed your help, but instead of you seeing that, you chose to take their life? Now, it's a whole nother topic on people who just, they're dying or found dead, and they're so knowledgeable, intellectual, and deep. Why is that? Why is it that when you stand for something, you come up missing? Why is it that when you have a message to spread, nobody wants to listen to you? And then when you do get people who actually are willing to listen to you, someone else decides to kill you and take you off this world. Granted, I believe that you have everything that you need, and if you lose it, you don't need it anymore. But some things, it's just reckless, you know? Like, it's reckless. Like, people are really out here losing their life because they want to change the world. And it's like, what makes that okay? Is it okay for a person to get killed because they stand for something, because they had beef? It's petty. It's so petty to me. And for years, I've been watching this stuff. I'm 27 years old. And for years, I've been watching this stuff happen. And I don't say anything. I don't get into politics. And I don't really get into religion. I'm very spiritual. But I don't get into certain topics because I feel like nobody listens. But it's time for us to take a stand. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing people who stand for something getting taken off of this world. You know why they're getting taken out of this world? Because enough of us aren't standing together. See, you can do a lot by yourself, but you can change the world with a team. And it's mind-blowing to me sometimes. It's mind-blowing to me to know that people gonna be people. Sometimes our decisions are based on our flesh because our flesh does things that our soul wouldn't even think to do. But all I want y'all to know is that I need us to come together. I need us to unite. I need us to build one another up, because if we don't do it, they're going to kill us off. The people who actually stand for something, they're going to kill us off because they feel like we're a threat. Because if the right people come together, if the right people come, not even the right people, if a group of the right people decide to come together, Do you know how much change can happen instantly? Like instantly. When I say instantly, I mean just like that, point blank. But it is what it is. Who gonna listen? Who gonna stand up for themselves? And a matter of fact, who's willing to change themselves first? So how did that go?
When I get some water,
You thirsty?
do it again.
You what?
I said when I get water, I want to do it again.
Oh, you gotta breathe?
Yeah.
Good job. High five.